Great. Well, again, hello, everyone. Welcome and thank you for joining. I am Laura Hoffman. I am the Director of Development for the Connecticut chapter, and I am joined today by Kristen and Mary Lou, who you will hear from in just a little bit, some of our wonderful development team. I'm beyond thrilled to be with all of you today, and we are so excited to come together for the 2023 Walk Celebration Party. It's so great to see so many of you joining us as we celebrate each of you and thank you for coming together to raise funds to one day live in a world without Alzheimer's and other dementia. Thank you for giving 100% to the Walk to End Alzheimer's. Your miles are paving the way for milestones. Because of you, the Alzheimer's Association invested an astonishing $100 million in research in 2023. And now, Walk to End Alzheimer's is on the cusp of a record-breaking $100 million raised by participants like you, continuing to build our unstoppable momentum toward a world without Alzheimer's and all other dementia. And we are closer to beating this disease. And for the first time, we have treatments that can change the course of Alzheimer's. I hope that gets you excited, as your investments today will lead to breakthroughs tomorrow. Now let's take a look at some of the staff's favorite moments of this year's walk season.
3, 2, 1.
My favorite part of walks is how we all come together as a team to make our walks a success.
I really enjoyed having the tribute wall at many of our walks this year, where individuals were able to recognize either who they're walking in memory of or why they support this mission.
It was great to see at both of my walks, despite the rain and the mud and the wind, the huge crowd showing their purple pride.
One of my most memorable moments at walk is seeing Holly Lapine enter the finish line. I hadn't seen her in over a year and a half. Everything was virtual, so to get a hug was wonderful.
I love seeing family and friends, even those furry friends, come together to support those living with dementia.
My favorite part of the walk was doing our staff conga line in the rain at the Central Walk.
So impactful this year to connect with those blue flowers, those living with the disease, and seeing and getting our resources for the first time.
For me, it was watching the generations of families, community, and champions come together for the same cause.
We celebrated the 30th anniversary of the Fairfield County Walk to End Alzheimer's. 30 years ago, we were at $5,000. This year, we're way over $400,000. I am so proud and honored to work with these folks.
I loved meeting new volunteers and showing them all the ways of the walk.
I love when legislators come to the walks and they share their personal story of how they've been impacted by Alzheimer's disease.
My favorite part of the walk was watching the Zumba energy flow through the crowd.
My favorite part of the walk season this year was to meet families who came to the mission tents, hear their stories, and be able to share the resources we have with them.
It was really important to have the researchers there to see who they're working for and have the walkers see where some of the money goes. That was beautiful.
We know how much we need our volunteers every day, and it was really amazing to see how much our volunteers need us.
My favorite part of the walk was seeing the amount of people that came out despite the rain, despite the terrible weather. We love seeing you all, and thank you.
There's happiness on walk day, there's joy, there's laughter, and there's togetherness.
Hey, well, those were some really amazing pictures from our walk season. And if you couldn't tell what a great year we had from those pictures, I say 1,000 words. So from our 2023 numbers, we had 6 walks across the state of Connecticut. It only rained at 4 of them, so 2 had sunshine. We had 1,130 teams this year, over 5,800 participants, and raised over $198,500 in sponsorships. $1.29 million raised by teams, participants, and donors, and a total of $1.4 million raised in support of our vision of a world without Alzheimer's and other dementias. And I think we really all need to pause for a minute and ring your cowbell, clap your hands, give yourself a pat on the back. That is amazing, 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 amazing. And just also a little reminder that we are still fundraising through the end of this month. And believe it or not, it is December 1st already. So we have 30 more days to raise even more and bring these numbers up even higher.
Certainly an extra congratulations to the Eastern and Central Connecticut walks who have surpassed their goal this year. And now on to our sponsors. It's so impressive to see so many of our community businesses stepping up this year to support the Walk to End Alzheimer's. Because of their partnerships, we can continue to impact the Alzheimer's Association's mission. Here listed are our Tier 4 sponsors, and there were many more that joined them across the state.
And none of this would be possible without our volunteers, especially our committee and our walk chairs. So thank you all. Who, if you're on the committee, you have done above and beyond. And as a walk manager, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. And a special shout out to our event chairs this year. In Eastern, we had Susan Mandeville and Kevin Harris. In New Haven, we had JP Benoit. Western is Ivan Schiffman. In Central, we had Heather Hitchcock and Jim Engel. Fairfield County is Colleen Haynes and Bobby Tarr. Hartford is Ann Lombardi. And if you had a great time at Walk this year and were interested in joining our Walk committee for next year, please reach out to your Walk manager.
Well, if you joined us at the Fairfield County or the Greater Hartford Walk, you saw our larger-than-life Promise Garden flower. We are looking for businesses, companies, and partners alike to bring this installation to the community. So if you are interested or know of a location that would be interested in hosting this amazing mission awareness installation, reach out to your walk manager for more details. Now, we know you've all worked so hard to raise funds and gather your teams. Now, let's get to those awards.
Okay, first we have our biggest teams. Teams of all sizes stepped up to help us fight to end Alzheimer's this year. So let's recognize the top 3 teams from each walk. In Central, we had Marrow Building Trades, Noah Nixa Walks Again, and Loving Kindness. In Eastern, we have New London Rehab, Masonic Care at Mystic, Sharon Striders. In Western, it's Fife and Drum, Paulette's Peeps, and the Mighty McCormicks. Fairfield County, we have Team Edgehill, FU for Freddie and Friends, Team McKee. Greater New Haven is Carolyn's Crusaders, Our Own Town Line, and Mike's team. And in Greater Hartford, it's Oh Hello Alzheimer's, Gilead Congregational Church, and Team Pauline. And the Mighty McCormicks are the, I jumped ahead.
Perfect. Well, thanks, Kristen, for reading out those top teams. And let's not forget our 5-figure club. So these are teams raising more than $10,000 for the walk. We have Team Edgehill, Marrow Building Trades, Carolyn's Crusaders, FU for Freddie and Friends, New London Rehab, Our Own Town Line, Team McKee, Oh Hello Alzheimer's, Hartford Healthcare, Mike's team, Noah Nixa Walks Again, Gilead Congregational Church, Brightview of Shelton, Masonic Care at Mystic, Team Nancy, Atria Senior Living, Team Pauline, Corrigan Strong, and Carolyn's crew. Thank you all so much for all of your fundraising. And now into our top individual fundraisers across the state. In Central Connecticut, we had Noah Nixa, Heather Hitchcock, and Doris Medina. In Eastern, Alma Falvey, Richard Melman, and Murray Rubin. In Western Connecticut, Diane Hanley, Keith Wolf, and Sue Noonan. Fairfield County, Joan Weissman, Cheryl Ferreira, and Mike Davis. Greater New Haven, Carolyn Collins, Mary Underwood, and Mike Tobin. And rounding us out in Greater Hartford, Lisa Marshall, Mary Ellen Michaels, and Miriam Braga. Thank you all so much.
Okay, and these are the biggest team, meaning they have the most people registered at every walk in the state. In Central Connecticut, we have Bristol Health Believers. In Eastern, it's New London Rehab. Western Connecticut was the Mighty McCormicks. Fairfield County was the Fairfield County Interscholastic, I knew I was going to get that word, Athletic Conference, or FCAC. Greater New Haven was Masonic Care Memory Keeper. And in Greater Hartford, it's Yukon Nation. And now we're lucky to have a video from Shay McCormick, who is the captain of the Mighty McCormicks from Western Connecticut, to tell us a little bit about her walk experience.
Hey, we're here with Shay McCormack, who walked with us in the Western Connecticut Walk to End Alzheimer's and have the biggest friends and family team. So tell us a little bit about why you walk and how you got so many people involved this year.
Yeah, so we walk for my father-in-law. He is not quite 60 yet, so he has early onset, which has been really, really hard for all of our friends and family. And we just have such a supportive Irish group of people. And you know, us Irish people have big families. So we got everyone together and everyone was super supportive and loved doing the walk. And it was just such a lovely walk, such a good cause. And we were so happy to be there for my father-in-law.
Well, that's great. Well, thank you so much for walking with us. What was your favorite thing about Walk Day?
I think we'd love to hear like all the speeches and the testimonies and stuff, and seeing all the faces of the people and the family that had come out to support everyone. We had such a great turnout that day, even though the weather wasn't the most ideal. Even the dancing, oh my God, the dancing was really fun in the beginning to get us all hyped up for their walk. So we had a really, really nice time.
All right, great. Well, thank you so much. We look forward to walking with you again next year.
Thank you.
Thanks, Shay, for that acceptance speech. And who's got spirit? These teams do. Let's recognize our most spirited teams. In Central Connecticut, Team JMP, Eastern Connecticut, Academy Point at Mystic, Western Connecticut, New Vance Neuroscience Institute, Fairfield County is the Southwestern Connecticut Agency on Aging, Greater New Haven, Poppy's Peeps, and in Greater Hartford, the Gilead Congregational Church. And we certainly can't forget some of our biggest cheerleaders. So on to the most spirited participants: Jim Engel in Central Connecticut, Stacy Paquin in Eastern Connecticut, Diane Hanley in Western Connecticut, Cheryl Ferreira in Fairfield County, Jen Empey in Greater New Haven, and Ann Lombardi in Greater Hartford.
Okay, and now we have our Rookies of the Year. These are people who either walked with us for the first time or had a big jump in their fundraising or team growth year over year. So in Central Connecticut, we have Bill Lynch from Loving Kindness. In Eastern, it's Murray Rubin from New London Rehab. In Western Connecticut, that was Brooke DeMeg from Letters to Pat. Fairfield County is Amy Artis from Brightview Shelton. In Greater New Haven, it's Melanie DiNicola from Senior Care Authority. And in Greater Hartford is Brian Jones from Team Pauline. And we actually have a video from one of our Rookies of the Year from Greater New Haven, Melanie DiNicola, to share with you.
All right, we're here with Melanie DiNicola from Team Senior Care Authority, who is our highest fundraising new team for 2023. Thank you, Melanie, and tell us a little bit about why you chose to get involved with the Greater New Haven Walk to End Alzheimer's.
Thank you, Kristen. Well, I'm the new area owner for Senior Care Authority here in Connecticut. I own New Haven County and Hartford County, and when I found out that they were a national team for the Alzheimer's Association, I was really pleased. It's important to me. My parents live with dementia. I've been involved with this walk for a couple of years on another team, but I thought it was time that I started my own. So I'm glad that we're the highest raising team this year. Thank you.
Well, that's great. Thank you. And any tips for anyone to fundraise, since you've raised over $5,200 so far?
Well, I can't lend you my team because they're awesome, and that's part of the reason that we raised so much money. I'm so fortunate to have such a dynamic group of friends and supporters around us. But we stayed really current on social media. One of my friends even collected slightly worn sneakers, and she donated them for a fee, and that fee went to the Senior Care Authority Alzheimer's Association team. So that was a creative way of raising money.
That is really clever. Well, thank you for your support, and we look forward to working together next year too.
Thanks, me too.
Well, thanks, Melanie. And how cute was that little boy in his shirt with his rain boots on that picture? I hope you all got to see it on that slide. Now, for those individuals who raised $100, you earned this amazing purple shirt. But some teams took their participation to the next level and created team shirts. So here's a few that stood out to us. In Central Connecticut, Owen's Crew. In Eastern Connecticut, Sunflowers for Sweetie. Western Connecticut, Keystone Cares. Fairfield County, Simone Morris Enterprises. Greater New Haven, Moms Minions. And in Greater Hartford, the Hebrew Steppers. Remember, there is still time for you to earn your purple walk shirt if you raise $100 by December 31st.
Hey, up next, we have the Octopus of the Year. And you may be wondering what in the world that means, but as you probably know, an octopus has 8 arms or tentacles, and our octopus teams and individuals really go above and beyond just helping with walk. They have their foot in walk, and they're maybe hosting support groups for us and volunteering and doing a bunch of different things with the organization, and we are eternally grateful to all of these teams. In Central Connecticut, our octopus is the Anthology Senior Living. In Eastern Connecticut, it's Masonic Care at Mystic. In Western Connecticut, it's Candlewood Valley Health and Rehab. In Fairfield County, it's Maplewood Senior Living. In Greater New Haven, it's Masonic Care. And Greater Hartford is Hartford Healthcare. And our individual octopus of the year, in Central Connecticut, it's Heather Hitchcock from Bristol Health Believers. In Eastern, we have Paula Smith from Masonic Care at Mystic. Western Connecticut is Sue Noonan for Sue's Saving Moments. In Fairfield County, Bobby Tarr for FU for Freddie and Friends. In Greater New Haven, it's Rick Collins from Carolyn's Crusaders. And in Greater Hartford, it's Molly Devaney from Highland Park Market. Thank you to our octopi this year.
And thank you, Kristen. I'm glad I did not have to say that. Hi, everybody. I am Mary Luginati. I am the walk manager for the Walk to End Alzheimer's Eastern Connecticut. And we have some specialty awards. We went over a lot of categories just now, but there's a few that just don't quite fit into those boxes. So we've added some. So we're going to go through our specialty awards right now. Our best walk kickoff event goes to Hartford Healthcare in New London Rehab. Our most motivated family team, Sharon Striders and Poppy's Peeps. The best old-fashioned letter writing campaign, yes, you can still write those letters. Rick and Jill Melman, a husband and wife team from Team Melman. The Zero to Hero Award goes to Corrigan Strong. The most generous giver award is Alma Falvey, Team New London Rehab. And Noah Nixka walks again. The I've Been Everywhere award goes to Andy Ike, St. Edmund's Retreat at Enders Island. And the most crafty and creative fundraisers, Stacy Paquin and Laura Ash, Commonwealth Senior Living at Haddam, and Mary Underwood, our own town line. So we thank all of these amazing individuals, amazing teams for doing such an extraordinary job. We had the pleasure of talking to one of our award recipients, Amarilla Salick. She's the team captain for New London Rehab. And we're also going to take a look at one team's kickoff recap. Okay, Amaryllis, your kickoff was amazing. What's the magic? How'd you get 40, let's say 55 people to sign up for your team?
Well, first of all, we have a great team at New London Rehab, and our goal was to ensure that we were the advocates for those who could not speak for themselves. And since we have a whole entire unit with Alzheimer's, we decided let's do this and let's go out with bang. So I gathered a lot of people to come in and donate cupcakes, candy. We had a great table set up. Our team decided to all wear purple. We got tie-dye shirts. Everybody came in and it was just amazing. The turnout was amazing.
Awesome. So here's another question. When did you have your kickoff? You had it in the winter, right?
We had it all the way in March, I believe, right? Yeah, March of this year.
So do you think starting early helped?
I think it did. I think it did in a way because the fundraisings, the getting the community involved so early, it was just great. I'm a competitor at heart, and I just wanted to win at any cost. So we did fundraisers every week. We sold food in the building every day for the staff. The community came out and bought stuff. They bought tickets for our baskets that we had for fundraising. It was just an amazing event.
Awesome.
Okay, well, those are all, so thank you to all of our award winners, all of our teams, everyone who walked this year. We are so glad to be able to celebrate all of you. If your names are mentioned here, extra thank yous, and to everyone who walked with us this year. As I mentioned, there is still one more month in the year, and we are still raising money through the end of December. And as a little added incentive, we have our Sock It to Alls program happening right now through December 4th. If you raise a new $75, you will receive our fuzzy Alzheimer and Alls socks. And if you double that and raise $150, you will get socks and gloves that have the touch screen enabled finger on it, so you can still use your phone and keep your hands warm. So if you visit your participant center at alz.org/walk to turn in any outstanding donations you have, and ask for year-end support from your networks and explore easy fundraising tips to achieve your goals and earn these awesome prizes.
Well, I love those incentive items. I hope they are inspiring all of you to do just a little bit more. But we love our champions and had so much fun with them last year that we are bringing back our Breakfast of Champions again. Save the date for February 14th, where we will celebrate all of our champions at our office located in Southington. We're excited to celebrate the passion and dedication of our walk fundraisers, volunteers, and donors, while looking toward a new year of creating community connection and energy in the fight to end Alzheimer's. You are not going to want to miss it. If you were there last year, you'll know how much fun we all had. And don't worry, if you're not a champion yet, as Kristen just mentioned, you can still fundraise through December 31st. Take your fundraising to the next level so that you can join us as we celebrate the love, passion, and hope of this year's Superstar Walk fundraisers and the incredible impact that you have on the mission of the Alzheimer's Association. Well, we are wrapping up our celebration, and from all of us here at the Connecticut chapter, thank you. If you're interested in taking your involvement a step further, please be sure to reach out to your walk manager. We need committee members, advocates, support group leaders, interns, and more. However much time you have, I assure you we can find a job to use your time and talents. Again, our entire team cannot express our gratitude to the participants, teams, volunteers, and sponsors for this successful walk season we had this past fall. Our supporters are the most passionate and caring and relentless people we know. Be sure to check your emails and watch our Facebook page for events that you can support. Don't forget, together we can end Alzheimer's. I hope you have a great afternoon. Thank you.